All right, looks like we're live. How's everybody doing? Happy Sunday. Just wanted to come on today. I tried to go on last night, but it seems everybody was on last night. So, so I want to come on a little bit today. Just talk about a couple things that are going on right now. Hey, Brian S., how are you, buddy? Yeah, hanging out in the Hack Shack. Yeah. JJ Collins, how are you, man? Lars Guitars, how you doing? Charlie S., sitting outside. 60. Wow, that's warm. That's what we had yesterday. That's the kind of temperatures we had here yesterday, man. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. So I wanted to go on last night, but Saturday nights are getting real busy. Like everybody was on last night. Every time somebody finished, somebody else started. So that's cool. It's just actually that's really good, honestly, because that's what we want to see is a lot of content, right? Hey, Weedy Guitar Studio, how are you? 38 here today, really wet, better than snow. Yeah, we the rain stopped here, and overnight it froze, but it's still not bad. Hey, PJ and the Beard, how are you, man? Watching three shows at once at one point. Yeah, jumping. Yeah, exactly, Brian. Yeah, yeah. So I'll just wait here for a couple of minutes, and then I'll give you all some news about what's going on. Uh, Nothing earth shattering, but just stuff that I wanted to mention yesterday. Um, Harmony, how are you? And don't mind if I smoke. That's what the Hack Shack is for. This is my cigar lounge as well. So you're good, awesome. Yeah, I'm doing all right, Harmony. Today, Brian, this is a where's the camera? There it is. Can't see with the glow, but this is a brick house. This is a brick house. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. That's it, PJ. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Yeah. All right. So on the guitar front, um, hey Joe Hervey, how are you? On the guitar front, people have been asking what's going on because either I've just hit the lottery and I'm buying guitars left, right, and center, or what am I going to use? What am I going to keep? And all that sort of thing. So it's because I've seen comments and some rumors and stuff. First and foremost, I definitely did not hit the lottery. Secondly, if you've been and most of you regulars, so you've been following the channel, you know that I put in an order for a PRS guitar many months ago. This would be November, and what was happening was I was waiting for that guitar to show up, and it seemed like it would never show up. So in the meantime, uh, we had our a crazy Boxing Day thing, which is like your Black Friday deals, and hey, Weedy Guitar Studio, and there were all kinds of crazy sales. And keep in mind, I didn't have the PRS at this point, so um, I found at the sale I found that Jackson, and I did a review of the Jackson. I did a demo of it. It's an absolutely fantastic guitar. I'm a big fan of the Jackson Pro Dinky. Loved it. You know, I if you want to check out the review, it's on my playlist, guitar demo or gear demos. Anyways, the guitar was great and all, and it's like a day after I got that, I got the email that my PRS had arrived. So now I had both a PRS and a Jackson, and the deal was I kind of couldn't afford to keep both. So it's not like I went out and bought both guitars and kept them. It's I ended up both guitars sort of by happenstance. Hey Dante, how are you? Yeah, we're in the ice fishing. Yeah, the Hack Shack. So I ended up with both of them by happenstance. So one of them had to go back. So I had to make an executive decision, right? And hey, Spencer Cron, how are you? And the decision is A, upside down. The decision at the end of the day is very simple. It's like, well, what are you going to gig with? Because my golden rule is I don't keep guitars that I don't gig with. So in a gigging situation, because I have to do things like, you know, drop D, and I have to do things where I basically need a certain sound and a certain flexibility of the instrument because of the wide variety of stuff that we play. As much as I absolutely love that Jackson, the Jackson couldn't compete with the PRS. And the PRS, I did do 2 gigs with that PRS. Will that shop try to sell the Jackson as new? I hope they don't, Lars Guitar. I hope they sell it as used. Yeah. So now, if I had money to burn, I would have just kept the Jackson just to keep it around and play with it at home or go jam or whatever because it's a damn good guitar. Yeah. Again, don't take this the wrong way. I'm not anti Jackson. I love that damn thing. It was hard for me to take it back. If I had the means, I would have kept it, but I just don't. You know, I don't. I'll be honest with you. So I had to return something. So so I kept the PRS, and I've done 2 gigs with the PRS. And where the PRS is lacking, again, um, compared to the PRS is a beater. Keep in mind that's the standard that I have. It's the most inexpensive one they make. They have to sell it as new. They take a hit on it. Sean, they took a pretty big hit on it when they sold it to me because it was they took $250 off the price. Hey, Six String Brian, how I personally would have kept the Jackson true. Don't see you as a super Strat Floyd kind of Pierce, probably a better choice. JJ Collins, no man, I believe me, I could go all day on the Jackson. No issues there. I was starting to learn some '80s stuff, and yeah, Charvel DK because I lacked. Yeah, but yeah, I hear you, Dante. They're good to have, man. They're good to have. They're really good guitars. I love that whole vibe. Believe me, I had a Ibanez for years. People don't know that because it came and went before it started the channel. But I had an Ibanez with a Floyd for like 17, 18 years. So anyway, so the Jackson had to go back. So now I have the PRS. But even the other thing was having that the PRS doesn't mean I'm still not going to sell something because having the PRS puts me at 11 guitars. And I can't do 11 guitars, right? Hey, Quentin, how's it going, buddy? But so something has to go. And just this past week, I was made an offer I couldn't refuse on a completely different guitar. So I now own another Les Paul, which means now I have to sell 2 guitars. And one guitar I got an offer today, and it's probably going to go. So I try to keep the ceiling at 10 guitars. Right now, I because of the new Les Paul and the PRS, I have 12. No Floyd on mine. I have the go-to. Oh, Guthrie Govan. Okay, cool, Dante. So I'm at 12 right now, which means I have to sell 2. So I put my Fender Telecaster up for sale. I got an offer today, a really good offer, and if the guy gets back to me, that guitar is basically sold. On 36 Solo, how are you, man? You know, so that one went up for sale, and the second guitar that I put up for sale last night, and I haven't got any bites on it yet. It just went up last night. You're ahead of me. I'm back up to 4. Yeah. So long, Telly. Hey, Russ, how are you? I put up the ad last night. The next one that will go, and it's going to be a little harder to sell because it's a little bit of more of an oddball, not an everyday guitar, is the Firebird. The Firebird has officially been put up for sale. They don't have to sell them as new because if they didn't, a guitar bought, like unless they can write down. Yeah, I don't know, Sean. I sold one of my Friedmans. Yeah, I saw that, Brian. My uncle for very understandable. You had to return one. Yeah, it's expensive, man. You know, I'm not a wealthy person. You know, I have 10 guitars, but that's because I've been playing for over 30 a week, you know. But anyways, so that they have to go. So the Tully's is pretty much sold. If the guy gets back to me and you know, asked him when he could pick it up, and the next one is the Firebird. So selling those two will bring me back down to 10 guitars. Um, so the PRS is going to be my official beater. It's the cheapest guitar I own at this point, and it's a really good beater. Beater in the sense that if I'm playing a place that, you know, is a little tight, you know, a little difficult to maneuver in, I think the PRS is a good fit for that. Hey Jeff, how are you? Um, and somebody actually somebody sent me some new tune. Excuse me, sent me some new tuners for the PRS, so that's an improvement on it. I have locking tuners on it now. The only upgrade I want to do with that PRS, I'm in discussion right now. I don't know if it's going to happen, but if I swap out those pickups in that PRS is going to become a really good guitar. Because in terms of playability, feel, and all that, it has all that. It just needs a little bit better pickups. So it's a sacrifice, right? You know, when you buy an inexpensive guitar, pickups are not totally crap. They're okay, but they're not great. So, but that's it. And it's a lot cheaper to do that than to go out and buy a CE or something. A Han 36 Solo, yeah, I bought a new. Well, it's a new old Les Paul. I bought a used one. Oh, my cigar went out. Cigar bars in Columbus. This one. Oh, okay, cool. It's cool, Brian. Yeah, hook up some cigar bars. Um, so what I got, I'll do a video when I actually have the Les Paul. That's what I wanted to do last night, was to do the video with the Les Paul and talk about it. But again, everybody was on last night. Yeah, swapping Brad Miller. Yeah, swapping those pickups will definitely make it better. Yeah. All right. So, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I was gonna go on last night and talk about the new Les Paul because I haven't really talked about it yet. But basically, the Les Paul that I bought is a. Hey Tom, hi, how are you? Yeah, ice fishing. Yeah. The Les Paul that I bought it used. It's a 2010 traditional. It has a 50s neck on it. It's a cherry burst. I'll show it off, and the next show I have, I'll show it off. I might even do a video just about it. I don't know. Um, but it's got a nice flame cherry top on it. It's not perfect. It's got dings and dangs. There's one on the right near the switch, and it's a little rough buckle rash on the back. It's not perfect. You have seen that guitar before. The guitar that I bought used to belong to Eric from Music and Gear Network. That's so if you follow him, you have seen that guitar in his videos. That's the one I bought. Yeah, and the guitar has been on the live wires. So that's the guitar I bought. So if you've seen his guitar, you've seen my guitar. So Eric basically made me a smoking deal, a deal I couldn't refuse. So I picked that up this week. Would have been Thursday. I picked it up. So it's heavily modded though. He didn't even realize all the mods that were made to it. But yeah, Brad, he sold that guitar to me. Yeah. Um, because the stock 2010 traditional comes with 57 pickups in it, a 57 and a 57 plus in the bridge. Um, and that guitar has a 490R smoking deal. Yeah, no worries, Tom. That guitar has a 490. Hey, Dan in New Jersey, how are you? I'd rather not tell you what I paid for it, six string Brian. It has a 490R in the neck, and it has a in the bridge. It has a 61. So and I both bought it from a friend who helped him out. Yeah, that was the idea. I basically JJ. It was a mutual thing. I helped him out for Nam, and he also gave me a really good deal on it. 14,000, sure. Yeah. Um, so yeah, it was just a mutual friend thing. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, so it's got a 60, and I tweaked it. I talked about this the other day. Dean on Friday asked me to come on his channel and talk. Dane's and if you guys aren't subbed to, I don't have any links or anything, but if you guys aren't subbed to Dane Zim's Guitars, you should. He does a live show usually after Phil every Friday. Hey, Absolute Mayhem, how are you, man? Snow removal. Oh, you guys got snow, eh? We didn't get any snow. We just got a dusting here. Um, he asked me, I met him when I was in Arizona, and sometimes he asked me to come on his live shows off the cuff, and I did. Anyways, I forgot what I was going to say with that. Oh, so it was on when I was on his show. I was going through the guitar, and but squirrels a lot. Okay, I don't know what squirrel means, Brad. Looking at some Explorer, Michael Kelly too. You want a super shredder? But on Friday when I was on Dave's channel, I was showing off the guitar as well and talking about it and stuff. And I was I don't know what I was gonna say now. And we were talking about pickup heights. Now, if you guys know Guitar Bazaar, Glenn, QA Guitars, he was on the show and we were talking about pickup height and how important it is. And you know, you want to? Okay, sorry, I'm reading the chat at the same time. Hey, Dave, how are you, man? And I think that's something that everyone should do at least once. Hey, good afternoon, PJ and the Beard. Is take your guitar if you want to make sure you bring it back to where it was. Take a measurement and just play around with your pickup heights. You will find that there's a very good chance that you may have a pickup that you think may not be so great, or you might think might be too hot or too woolly or too thin or whatever. And by adjusting the pickup height, uh, hey, Half Face, how are you? By adjusting the pickup height, you'll find, and raising both sides evenly, of course, you'll find that every pickup will have a sweet spot where it will be, at least for you. You can just use your ear, put it have your amp on at a decent volume. Don't put any effects on it. Obviously, have it completely clean, and you will always find a sweet spot where if you bring the pickup too close to the strings, it'll start to sound woolly and undefined, like muddy or whatever term you want to use. Hey, Dave's Guitar Channel, how are you? DiMarzio Freds, Dave? I was thinking about that actually. I was thinking about that. And if you take the pickup too far away, then it'll just sound really thin and weak. So it's something I would suggest, and I did that with the Les Paul that I got because I didn't like the bridge pickup, and I got it set up like it sounds really good now. And it just use your ear. I've done that with all my guitars. I did that with the CE yesterday, or with the SE yesterday. They're cheap and how cheap are they, Dave? So Dave, because I don't know squat about those DiMarzios. What how cheap are they? And I really want zebras. If they make zebras, and they're cheap, let me know. Yeah, you had pearly gates, eh? Yeah, they make zebras. Yeah, well, specifically, what do they call Dave DiMarzio? What did you say? Freds, DiMarzio Freds, and is that this is do they have a set for bridge and for neck? Let me know because I would like to swap out those pickups. Hey, Guitarded, how are you? All this pickup talk. Here's my favorite. See that I lost my. Can I have? Oh, I missed that. 2001 Les Paul custom. Okay, Guitarded. Hi, hey everyone. I found at my local shop a 2001 Les Paul custom ebony for $19.95. Should I buy it? You're asking the wrong guy. I would 1995. I'd be all over that like a fat kid on a Smartie. Um, if it's not beat up, check it out. Have a good look. It might be that price for a reason. Make sure that the neck it hasn't been the neck hasn't snapped off it. You know, it's not repaired. Make sure it's playable. Everything on it's good. If it's good, that's a smoking deal, man. Brian, can you put that in my Facebook Messenger? Because I'd appreciate that. I would have already paid for it. Yeah, yeah. You can get the Fred in white, black zebra, cream black. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a headstock repair. That's what I'm thinking, Dave. That's when things are priced that good, there's usually a reason for it. Yeah, because in Canadian, that was shit. That'd be like $2,500 or something Canadian. That's a wicked deal, man. If it's done right, it's not a scary thing. That's why I think you should play it. Make sure it's all playable. Zebras are $80 if you buy from store, but you should call them and see what they will do for you. I gotta look into that. I had a set of DiMarzios. I've only ever had one set of DiMarzios, and I think they were super distortions. Way back in the day, in one of my Les Paul copies, I had the double creams because, of course, I wanted the the Ace Frehley look. Right? It was a cherry. It was a Les Paul copy cherry, and it had the double creams. Right? So that's the guitar situation at the moment, and yeah. So the Telly is gonna go. The Firebird to follow. That brings me back down to 10 guitars. And as of right now, and I never thought I would say this, as of right now, I have five Les Pauls. And I have to laugh. Why? Because I have five Les Pauls. And they're all different, of course. I have two standards, two classics, and a traditional. But they're all great, man. They're all great. They all play great. There should be a, you know, uh, Les Paul's Anonymous, like hi, I'm Hack, I have a problem, because I just cannot get enough of Les Paul's, and I'm still looking for a Tobacco Burst. I had one, I sold it, and if I knew then what I knew now, I would have just done a little bit of surgery on it, and it would have been fine. But I was an idiot, so yeah. Hindsight is 2020. All right, just gonna catch up. Hey, Al Fermi, how are ya? Zim's guitarist. Zim, I was just talking about you, buddy. Just talking about you. Yeah, Mayhem. That's a good idea. Hey, Dale Palmer, how are you?
Oh
All
my.
right, thanks, Brian. Thanks for the link, man. Like a fat kid in dodgeball, I'm out. That's cool. Everybody's saying hello to each other. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm on my phone too, and it's not scrolling. Do your classics have the asymmetrical neck? The only Tone Boner, welcome. The only, uh, oh my, yeah, that means I got a text. The only guitar I have that has the asymmetrical neck is the my 2016 Standard. Uh, that's the only one that has the asymmetrical neck, and that guitar I also butchered. I ripped out the PC board. All the electronics are out of it. What I have in there now, instead of the Burstbucker Pros, which I didn't like, they were too hairy. I put in a Burstbucker 1, Burstbucker 2, and that thing sounds way, way better. I love low output pickups. Much prefer those. Survived the 60-mile-per-hour winds and didn't lose power. Oh, awesome, Dale. Yeah, we didn't get those crazy winds. They said we were, but we never got them. New Gibson custom shops are coming, says Six String Brian. Well, let us know all about them, man. Let me know what you find out at NAM. Also, the other thing that I saw at NAM is BV sent me something. BV Ninja, which you all know. There is a Timmy pedal. MXR is now making a Timmy pedal, I believe. Removing a PC board is not butchering. Yeah, PJ and the beard. I have a bag. It's like all the guts of that guitar. They're sitting in a bag. I could probably sell it and make like $300 on it, right? Because it's the pickups, it's the PC board, it's the pots, like all this. I have Les Paul guts in a bag, which I could get rid of. Burstbucker 2 and 3 are great. Yes. Yeah, the Burstbucker. Yeah, the Jeff Beck thing. Yeah. I don't know if I've ever played Burstbucker 3s. I don't even know if I've ever heard that. I'm familiar with the 1s and 2s, though, because I have that in my 339. Satriani plays the Fred pickups. Are they high output? The DiMarzio Freds, are they high output pickups? Are they Alnico 5s? More like restoring, yes. Yeah, PJ. Are you saying I have an accent, Dave? Is that what you're trying to say, buddy? Yeah, let me know if the DiMarzios are hot, because I don't want hot pickups. Fred is close to the PF. Oh, it's close to a Burstbucker Pro? Fred is not high, Alnico 5, but DC on it is about... Oh, 9... Oh, that... 9.5. I don't know. It's kind of on the borderline. Medium output with the boosted mids, according to the website. Because I don't want anything hot. I don't like hot pickups. It's a great pickup. All right. It's like a P with boosted mids. Okay. The best, Jerry. The best. That's Banya. Policy is making... Oh, there's BV Ninja. Speak of the devil. How are you, buddy? Paul C is making a smaller Timmy with MXR. So my question, BV, is that Timmy going to be less expensive than the regular Timmy? Because the regular Timmys in Canada cost a small fortune, which is why I didn't buy one. I bought a clone. Only reason I didn't get a real Timmy. Soup is not a meal. Yeah, best show ever, man. Seinfeld. No, I have not, Tom Harhive. I haven't tried any Lawlers, but oh, wait a minute. I think my brother might have a set in one of his guitars, but I don't remember what they sound like. To be honest with you. Lens piano sound if I ever get them installed. Yes, that's what I'm thinking about putting in the Brad. That's what I'm thinking about putting in the PRS. You know, but I'm waiting on Glenn for some other stuff, so I don't know. It's taking a while. Soup is sometimes a meal when I make it from scratch. If it's stew, it's a meal. No soup for you 2 weeks. It'll be the usual. Oh, okay. So it's going to be MXR prices. So MXR pedals in Canada, depending on what they are, they're usually in the like 100 and... I've seen them for like 120, depending on what it is, up to 150, 160 bucks. So is that at BV? Is it the same circuit or is it like slightly different? Soup has no reason to. I don't like big butts, and I cannot lie. Low wines are a little expensive, but they're good. Low up around 7K, 7. Yeah, that's kind of where yeah, that's more my comfort zone. Okay. You can't see Hack playing a PRS. I have been playing it a lot. I haven't played it on any videos yet. I haven't done a review of it yet. Maybe I should. I should do a review of the SC Standard. Yeah, I have a PRS, Tom. I have the SC Standard. It's like the cheapest SC you can buy. You love the Fred. Been using it since '92, and I haven't played a better humbucker yet. Well, if the price is right, Dave, I might just do that. I'm probably gonna have to order direct from the store because I don't know who the hell carries the Marzio up here. I mean, I have to contact them direct. It's mostly the same circuit with small improvement, not quite the same as the new anniversary Timmy that Paul released on his own a brand few months ago. I don't mean literally. Okay, Hunt 36. Call the Marzio. Yeah. I'll give him a ring. HK, how are you? What kind of weight is a heavy Les Paul to you from your own range? That's a great idea, Dave. That's a great idea. Yeah. They're super nice. Okay, man. HK, I think where for me it starts to get heavy is when you start to go past the 10, like 8 pounds I'm okay with, 9 pounds I'm okay with. When you start getting into 10, 11 pound guitars, and I'm pretty sure my Classic is probably close to that. That's where it starts to get a little bit heavy. That's for me where it starts to get a little bit heavy, right? You know, part of the charm, if you will, of a Les Paul, and I know this is going to sound really weird, okay? If I have a Les Paul that's too light, it doesn't feel like a Les Paul, right? There has to be beef, you know? It's got to have a little bit of mass to it. You know, if it's too light, it doesn't feel like a Les Paul. It'll feel like a toy Les Paul. You know, that's just me. That's just what I'm used to. So, but again, I don't want it ridiculously heavy, but I do want a little bit of weight there. And I'm not saying, you know, I'm not talking about, oh, you know, it's got to have the weight to have the tone. I'm not talking about that at all. It's just like in my mind, the feel of the guitar, how it should feel. It should have a little bit of mass to it. Yes, Janice, I'm still on and welcome. Yeah, Tom, I have a bad back too, so I say it and then I pay for it, right? You might not like my custom shop. It's pretty light. Well, yeah, maybe. 10 pounds, 13 ounces, that's about right, Dante. Yeah. 9 point. Yeah, it does. You pay for it, but if it's super light, it just doesn't feel right. You know? I don't know. That's just me. Upper 8 pound range is light for USA. And what I was told too is that the reason why the more expensive ones are lighter is because they actually pick out the lighter woods for the pricier Les Pauls, and they save the heavier woods for the cheaper ones. So the USA stuff and then the classics, even heavier woods and so on, and which is why the weight relief, the classics, and well now I'm talking about the old line. Now that's all gone, but even when you weight relieve a classic, it's still heavy because the woods they start with are heavy because they're the less expensive woods. That's what I was told. Custom shops are anywhere from 8.4. Yeah, because they use the better lighter woods, Brian. And the bridge on that one, two. Yeah, so you got that, Matt. Yeah, you got the good set there, Brian. The 2 and 3. Just buy Tone Relief Les Paul. It's got nothing to do with the tone. Anyway, I don't want to get into that. Hey, Bearded Blues dude. I see some. How are you, man? Well, I got 40 of you in here. Yeah, so I wanted to go on live last night, talk about, for those of you that are just tuning in, I wanted to go live last night, talk about the Les Paul, the one that I just got, and the guitar situation and that, but there was a lot of people on there last night, so that's why I'm doing this today. The Cigar Shack, it's not bad today, Bearded Blues dude. I think we're around the 40s today. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, smash that like button, folks. Rick Romanelli, hey buddy, how are you, man? 8.5 pounds, perfect. Yeah, 8.5 pounds sounds good. Bruce, how's it going, buddy? Did I miss any fun stories about your New Year's Eve gig? I talked about the New Year's Eve gig after the New Year's Eve. I think I did it. Yeah, I did an after gig with the New Year's Eve gig. Yeah, that seems weird, like it's so long ago, but was that like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks? I can't even remember. And I played a gig after the New Year's Eve gig. Let me tell you a quick story about that, because I didn't talk about that. Yeah, Bearded Blues dude, I have another Les Paul. Yeah. Let me tell you a quick story about the last gig. So, this sort of, I don't know how to put it. I guess it's a true story. I don't bullshit you guys, but it's a true story, but it's also kind of a life lesson at the same time. So we played a bar 2 days after New Year's, and we kind of knew it was going to be a week night because people just had New Year's on the was it the Tuesday or the Wednesday night, and the gig was Friday night. So we didn't expect a hell of a lot, and it was a pretty bad turnout. When we got there, got very few people in the bar, very weak reception. I'll answer that question in a minute, Bearded Blues dude. Very weak reception. It was just a bad night. It was a bad night all in all, right? Okay. And we had played that bar twice before, and both times we played it, it was a packed house. People were loving it. We were getting the high fives. You guys are great. It's about time they had a great band in this place and all that sort of thing. And everything was aces, right? This time it was like a bad gig. So we were supposed to play that bar again in March of this year now. So we get the call that they canceled that gig, right? So we lost that gig. So, and it doesn't look like we're going to return there anymore. So now we're shit, right? We're shit in the eyes of that bar. Considering that the 2 times before we knocked it out of the park. But we had that one show, they had a weak house to begin with. Now, and 2 days after New Year's, but it's our fault, right? So we're like a little bummed about that. Then the next day, I think we got 3 more shows at 3 other bars. So the idea is they're like, you know what? Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. If they're going to make decisions like that, out of 3 gigs, 1, again, it wasn't our fault, and the other 2 were crazy, then that's fine. That's not the place you want to return to. So just, one door close. The moral of the story is one door closes, there'll be another door that opens up. And that's sort of how that went. So, yeah, so the last gig, and you know what? I was saying to the guys, like, they can't all be winners, right? You're not always going to have a good show. You're going to have, bad shows, and you're going to have places that are, for whatever reason, they're going to, but for every bad one, there's going to be a good one or two. And we were on a pretty good roll there for a while. So we were due to have a shitty show. So, and we did. So, but upward and onward, we got, as I sit here, I think we've got already 18 shows booked for this year, right? Already. And we just picked up another birthday party. I got a text this morning. So, yeah, that's the way it goes, man. That's the music business. I'm just gonna go back here. You ever hammered on a mustard? Oh wow. Let's see if I can do this. I can. No. No, it was a different place, Bruce. Hey, visual guy, how are you? 50 watching. Yeah, thank y'all so much for popping in. Jimmy Biter, how are you, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Can't find open door, break out a window. Always finish with the Doors song. Yeah, Hack has an axe. Doors are optional. Be like water. That's right, Tom Harhigh. Okay, just getting caught up here, folks. You like to hear my stories? Well, I like telling them. Thanks, Dale. I sound like the old guy. Well, gather around, kids, and this is what happened. Yeah. So that's that. So for those of you that Bearded Blues Dude was asking, hey Thrash, how are you? Bearded Blues Dude was asking what's happening. So for those of you that are tuning in later, so over the holidays, I I bought a Jackson, which you've seen, and I did a demo and a review of it. And I bought a Jackson because I was waiting on the CE, so I ended up with a Jackson and the CE, and I had to return one. The Jackson went. I don't have the Jackson anymore. It's gone. Not that I didn't like the Jackson, not that it was a crappy guitar. Mickey Settlemeyer, how are you? The Jackson was fantastic. I loved it. I hated returning it. But my golden rule is I only keep what I gig with, and the PRS, when it did finally arrive, was a better fit for that. So I kept the PRS. What sort of came out of left field was last week. I was offered I was offered. Everyone was offered. It was up for sale. A Les Paul, and I inquired about it. And I ended up buying. If you guys follow Music Gear Network, I bought his Les Paul. So we came to an agreement. You know, kind of a mutual help each other out thing. And I brought the Les Paul, and I played it there before I brought it home. Beautiful guitar. It's a 2010 used 2010 traditional. So I have that now. So that puts me at 12 guitars now. So I have two for sale. I got an offer on one of them this morning. The Telecaster, my Fender Telecaster, is going for sale, and I just put up the Firebird last night. So that'll bring me back down to 10 guitars. So that's in a nutshell. That's where I'm at right now. BC Rich 581 working on a bass. Cool. Hackers doesn't, yeah. I'd be like my government and up your guitar limit. No. Where did I list the Firebird? The Firebird is on Facebook Marketplace, and I have it on Kijiji, which is our sort of Craigslist thing up here. 136. How many LPs do I have now? I have 5. And I'm still missing a Tobacco Burst. Not really, but really. Charlie S. Hack, what makes you get rid of the Firebird? Curious. Keep in mind, every guitar that I sell, I'm not selling it because it's shitty or I don't like it or there's something wrong with it. I love all of my instruments. But the Firebird is the one that I don't gig with because the Firebird has its own requirements. It needs space. It is a massive guitar. It is huge. And the other thing is, when I'm grabbing guitars and I'm sitting at home playing, I can grab any guitar, no problem. Hey, Bobby Clipper, how are you? Yeah, well, he sold it, Bobby Clipper. So, I grab the Firebird, and even sitting down playing it, it's this big honking thing, right? Why did you try the pickup adjust? Did I try? I'm pretty much where you're. When I did it by ear, BV, I'm basically where the same heights that you describe. I'm basically there. So those heights make a, what do I call it? They're there for a reason. That they arrived at those heights. That's basically where I'm at. No, my drummer does not make me sell certain guitars, Quentin James. As a matter of fact, he really likes the Firebird. He'll probably be pissed when I tell him I'm selling it. Bearded Blues dude, he had it listed for sale on Facebook for a while. It was there for a few weeks. At least it was there for at least a couple of weeks, and I messaged him about it. So it wasn't like a covert thing that he only offered it to me. It was out there for a couple of weeks. If you go back on his page, you'll see that he listed it. Oh, and then he listed it for sale on Kijiji, our local thing here. He had it listed in a few spots. You keep all guitars out at home. Ever have fret sprouting? Charlie, yes. The fret sprouting, I get a little bit of it on my Strat, but the Les Pauls have been solid. No fret sprouting on the Les Pauls. Hey, R2, R3, how are you, man? Yeah, Bearded Blues it was on Facebook. So anyway, that's where I'm at now. Keep picturing line sitting outside your shack door, ready to knock it shut. Did you fall in or something? It's not an outhouse, elf army. On too many politics on Facebook or Beard. There's too many politics everywhere, buddy. Everywhere. That's what's great about this community. There's no politics. And if there is, I want nothing to do with it. The question: what is the normal time of your show? My this what I'm doing right now, visual guy. This is just off the cuff, but I have a weekly Thursday 8 p.m. Eastern show. Every Thursday 8 p.m. Sometimes it's a solo show. Sometimes I'll have a guest. I had a guest last week. I had 6 Street Brian, who was in here as a guest last week. But there will always be a show every Thursday at 8 o'clock. No politics is nice. I agree, Rick Romanelli. Well, I got 54 of you in here, man. Thank you all so much. You guys rock. Really appreciate you guys tuning in, watching my stuff. Less politics. Happy Sunday, Vincent Wiener. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, if I haven't said it enough, I'll say it more. You guys are awesome. Absolutely love the community. Love you guys. Love you guys watching my stuff. And it's a great community. I'm happy to be a part of it. And let's keep it growing. Let's keep it positive, folks. Let's share our guitar adventures together. Our journey and trying to play, trying to learn, trying to get better gear. You know, was I sad when the Bills lost? No, I hate the Bills. So for me, I was happy when the Bills lost. Yesterday was a hell of an upset, though, man. I can't believe the Titans did to Baltimore what they did. That was unbelievable. Yeah, that was crazy, man. Football day with plenty of guitar playing between commercials. Yeah, that's exactly right, Dale. That's exactly right. Yeah, yeah. So if anyone's got any questions, please tag me. Hey, Jimmy T, man, haven't seen you in a long time. How are you, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Yeah. So anyone has any questions, just shoot me just tag me, please. Again, um, I just wanted to come on and sort of give you guys a state of the union, so to speak, with a guitar situation. I wanted to do this last night, but there was a lot of people on. Do you play stock pickups in your Axis? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Visual guy. I do swap out pickups at times. But if it's a Gibson, I'll swap it out with Gibson pickups though. Usually, like I stay within the, you know, I don't put Seymour Duncans and things and that sort of thing. I'll usually just pick a get it. I'll use a pickup from that same company. Yeah, great day to you as well, Bobby Clipper. Yeah, yeah. So again, I wanted to go on last night, so there's too many people on, so I decided to go on here real quick. Still love the friggin' Hack Shack, and that's another reason why I wanted to do this, because for some unknown reason, some of you really like the fact that I do these things out here. The production value, you know what I mean? It's like, it's like the worst production value you can have. Here's a guy here's this guy talking guitars in a woodshed, smoking a cigar with an axe in the background, and somehow it's like, oh, I love it. Yeah, I do more action. That's funny as it makes me laugh, man. It makes me laugh. It's funny as hell. uh, yeah, Quentin puts an invader on everything. Now that you've had your Firebird for a while, what are your overall impressions? Well, Vince and Wiener actually have it up for sale. I love the Firebird. I think the Firebird, if you've never tried a Firebird, do yourself a favor and try a Firebird. The deluxe, pickups that are on there, not deluxe, sorry, the mini humbuckers, sorry. The mini humbuckers that are on there are really, really good. They're really good pickups. And, yeah, it's a great guitar. It's just big and it's bulky. Let me warn you, it is big and it's bulky. Now, I am not 6 foot tall. I'm a short guy. So for me, it's really big, right? And it's awkward when you're sitting down playing with it, much like I guess a Flying V would be. But it is a great guitar, and I love the way it plays. I love the way it plays. But I don't gig with it enough. El Fermi, I've ever tried Explorer? Yes, love the Explorer. Love that guitar. They're great. Yeah, I did a Tully for blues. Yeah, I did I've got lots of videos on my playlists. Firebird blues, I think I did a blues improv with the Firebird. Check out my review and demo of the Firebird. There's a lot of sound clips there. Ignore the playing, just listen to the guitar, because the guitar does sound good. The playing doesn't do it justice, but the guitar does sound really good. Jerry James Edwards, welcome. Oh, you play bass, yeah. So I would have a different perspective on big and bulky, yeah. So BC Rich for you, it's probably small, yeah, yeah. Okay, all right, okay, folks. We're at 53 minutes. I'll go right to the hour. I didn't want to be on here too long. I got to finish this smoke, and I got some football to watch. Tellies are for everything. Yeah, again, I'm selling the telly, but I love my telly. Yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard. But that's the rule. If something comes in, something's got to go. An SG, love SGs, man. It's American Standard Telly. Visual guy. Hey, Mitch Heyman, how are you, man? Yeah, it's American Standard. It came with a white pickguard. I put a black one on it. It's like black on black, black and chrome, maple neck. It looks really sharp. People were weeping in the streets of the Baltimore loss, BC Rich. Wow. Crack the Hack, Jimmy T. It's been a while, buddy. Did Kiss ever use synthesizer in their music? And the answer is yes. Yeah, they used a lot of synthesizer, especially on the Unmasked record. All right, that sounds like a good idea, R2, R3. You used to seeing other axes hanging on the wall, Jerry. Uh, Steelers 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 2021. 20 Um, did you get through about a nuclear power plant? Yes, I did. I got that, Tom Harhide. Yeah, we did. Yeah. Yeah, Bruce knows it was on the Unmasked record. Do you get your local custom? Do you get local? Uh, I'm sure they're around HK, but I haven't really looked into that. Rock and Roll Over? No, Bruce, I don't think there was any keyboards on Rock and Roll Over. Or Synthesizer. Synthesizer was all over their 80s records, man. Yeah. But thanks for that, Jimmy T. I miss those questions, man. I miss those crack the hat questions. It's been a long time, man. And hopefully you're safe in Australia and you're not near the fires. Let me know where you're at with that, Jimmy. Uh, Lars guitar coach and I got to play one at Summer Nam. Oh, you're talking about a guitar we played at Summer Nam. You see that Molly Crew is going to tour again after they're big just a couple of years ago? These farewells should refund. Yeah, you know, it's funny. Like Kiss gets shit on all the time because they've had multiple farewell tours. But tell me who hasn't? Ozzy, The Who, now Motley Crue. You know, a lot of bands do it. What I'm more upset with in terms of Kiss is the fact that they can't sing anymore. Paul Stanley can no longer sing. He should have packed it in. I would say at least 10 years ago. A lot of people were crying in Baltimore. I was crying in Hanover. Yeah, that was a crazy loss, man. That was a crazy loss. Rolling Stones, says Rick Romanelli. Yeah, that was a big upset. Huge upset. Yeah. Yeah. And we'll see what's gonna happen today. Today should be interesting. Regarding Kiss, uh keyboards, synthesizers probably on the Elder. Yeah, probably. How about David Lee Roth? Did anybody see the clips of David Lee Roth's Las Vegas show? You like the Jared James? I haven't seen any Jared James in any stores here, Six String Brian, because I never played that. I never played that one at NAM. I'd like to try it. Yeah, we'd all come out of retirement for the big cash. Yeah. Did anybody see that David Lee Roth singing at the? Should Q sell his Helix for a Floyd Rose guitar? Uh, Visual guy, I told him not to. That's just my opinion. I mean, keep the Floyd, man. Or keep the Floyd. Keep the Helix. Yeah, Rod's going to open for Kiss on their next leg of the tour. That's going to be interesting. Now you're going to have two guys who can't sing. And one opening for the other. It's, you know what? Give me my money back. You know. Running QB will not win the Super Bowl. Yeah. The full, apparently, well, it's on YouTube. I think the full gig, his full gig is on YouTube. I don't know. Don't remember that one, Rick. The answer is no. I forgot what the question is. The chat's moving too quick, visual guy. So Half-Face said he sounded just as good on the Skyscraper tour. The band is great, Jack Clark. And welcome, Jack Clark. Oh, that band is great. Oh, yeah, for sure. Keep the Helix. Brian S. says keep the Helix. Who is the best old age rock singer? Paul Rogers is great. The guy who did not disappoint me was Rob Halford from Judas Priest. He did not disappoint. You think anyone in here wants to talk guitar theory? Probably not, Mitch Shaman. I don't. Not right now, anyway. All right, we hit the hour. So I wanted to thank you all so much for popping in. This was an off the cuff video. I haven't done one from the Hack Shack in a while, and I know that I've been getting requests to do shows from the Hack Shack as you guys dig this for whatever reason. And it worked out great because I wasn't able to do one last night, as I said. So I just figured let me do one today. And Shack Theory, yeah. Have Theory guitar is good, yeah. Yeah, so you guys, Dan in New Jersey, hey man. All right, guys, have a great rest of your weekend. Play that guitar, and support each other. Let's keep the community growing. You guys absolutely rock. Check out the Thursday show, folks. I will be on Thursday at 8 p.m. 8 Eastern, my regular slot. And look out for some videos. I'm going to try to post some videos this week. I still have to do a review of the PRS and let y'all know about that. And I'll tell you right now, if you're looking for a very inexpensive, well-made guitar, the PRS SC Standard, take it from me, because I've seen a lot of people say it, but you don't know who, if they're associated with PRS or they're getting paid. I'm definitely not getting paid. But the PRS SC Standard is a great guitar for the money. It really is. So, if you want to dip your toe in the PRS pool, that's a good way to start. All right. You guys absolutely rock. Have a great rest of your weekend. And we'll catch you soon. How am I liking the tuners? They're great, Mitch. They're great. Just put them on yesterday. All right. Cheers, everybody.